guys, welcome back to Country Rose Creation. We're doing a ring tutorial today with the flat wire that we got from BeeBeecraft. And then I'm just going to use some 20 gauge silver wire, or I've got some 18 gauge copper wire. I have different colors, so I may pull out some other colors to go with it. So what you're going to need is any kind of bead that you want to use. Any decorative bead. So I have some acrylic beads here that I'm using. And then you're going to need a ring mandrel. So this. And then your wire. And I just cut a piece. So you want to measure it to bigger than what your ring is going to be. And you want it to kind of overlap. You see how it overlaps there? See that? Because you're going to make, like we did on the bracelets that I filmed not too long ago, you're going to make a little loop on either side, because this is what your wire is going to attach to. Hold on. I cannot get a hold of that. There we go. And then that way you're tucking in your rough edges. And then you have your blank. Let me show you that one more time. We're going to do that with the silver. Let me get a piece of the silver here. I usually just cut about, I don't know. It depends on the size of ring you want to make, I suppose. I just cut about maybe 3 to 4 inches. And that makes about an 8.5 to a 9 size ring. And again, you want to go bigger than what you're actually making. So this one I cut a little bit smaller, so it's going to be on the 9 section, because the 10 it doesn't overlap like I like it to. So we overlap it, and then, like I said, you take your little needle nose pliers or pointy nose, and then you just make a loop, tucking in that sharp edge. You can file those edges off if you'd like, but I find that this covers them just fine. Alright, so for this one I'm going to use the black and silver bead. So I just kind of open it up, place my bead in, kind of like that, and then I have my 20 gauge wire here. I kind of just cut about maybe 6 inches, maybe 7 inches, just enough to go through the two loops here, like so, and then through the bead, and then through the other side, like so. Okay. And it doesn't matter if you stretch this, because you will just stick it back on your ring mandrel and fix it. That's all you do. And I'm going to do this one a little bit differently than I did on this one. This one I took and I wrapped some wraps around the wire. This one I'm going to attempt to kind of wrap. So we're going to put this back on the ring mandrel here. Okay, hold on here. Okay. We're going to wrap it around the bead itself. Okay. Kind of like so. So this is going to be a size 8. If you can see on my ring mandrel, it's at the 8. So now I'm going to take and wrap my little end loops, my little ends, around my wire just to finish it off. And you can totally continue to wrap these until all of the things are tucked, and you just take a pair of flat nose and just kind of tuck these in nice and neat so there's no pokies. And then just kind of squish your stuff together to kind of make it look fancy. Or you can just wrap them a couple of times and then cut them off. It's up to you. Either way is perfectly acceptable. I just like how the multi ones look, the multi-wrapped ones. So I'm just gonna continue wrapping mine around until I run out of wire, and then I can just crimp it down and call it good. And that is the finished product. Super easy, super simple. This wire is going to be a lot thicker than using, I mean, I make these kind of rings all the time where it has the double wrap of the regular, but this is going to be a little bit different and a little more fun, in my opinion. And I really like that black bead. That looks really cool. Alright, let's do one more. Let's do a gold one, but we'll do the one that's a little bit different. So again, you're going to need about 6 inches of wire. I'm using this copper colored wire. It's not truly copper, but it's a copper colored wire. And this time we're going to keep it overlapping. And I'm going to take the first side, wrap it in there like this, and then we're going to take it and go through the bead, and then we're going to bring it out and then loop it around so that it fits in there. Nice and neat. I'm not sure that's actually going to work that way. So, okay, scratch that. We're going to do it the other way because trial and error. I have never done some of these rings, so, you know, trial and error. So we're going to just stretch it out like we did before. Put it back on the ring mandrel so that we have an actual space. And it's actually round. And we'll put our bead back in here. And then we'll go through one side with the copper wire, go through the bead. When using this thicker wire, you need to make sure your beads allow. I mean, because some beads don't, the holes are too small for this thicker wire. And we just kind of mold it around here. And then I'm just going to take and wrap the wire around. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I am kind of close, but that's because this is as far as my camera will go. It's zoomed out as far as we can get it. And then just keep wrapping. Like I said, I like to wrap it with a few different wraps because it gives it a unique look. Ending with the wire on top so we can kind of crimp it so there's no pokies. And now we do the other side. That's all. Okay, we got one. This one is not wanting to work. So anyway, this is how this looks, and it's got the copper on there. It looks really cool. This one's actually quite a big one. It's a size 12, but I have a variety of people that buy my rings, so it will probably get sold. And I mean, it is pretty. I like it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye!